Let me check the sound. One moment. Okay, sounds okay. Well, yesterday, with our brother from Bermuda, in the middle of nowhere, told us a little bit about the history, about black empowerment movement going on over there. That was interesting, and I was quite happy. And I hope that you brothers and sisters, no matter where you are, will just come and say what's up. He pulled up. He pulled out a book that I mentioned actually. I don't know if you got it because of my recommendation, but it's a book about the Medunetchat, so he's going to get into it. Oh, we have Mac Money. Mac Money, that's the artist, that's the rapper. Peace King, it's been a minute for me. Good to see you. Yes, Mac Money, a long time. How you doing? Hey, feel free to call in if you want to. So, if you have questions, brothers and sisters, feel free. Feel free. There is so much material, so many videos, so many topics addressed. Might have a question about language, about religion, about history. Feel free. Let's talk, let's communicate. Let's take advantage of these tools that we have there because we are far remote. We're far removed, we're far away from the time of the message board. You see, all your old heads, you remember the message boards, the forums. It was strictly in writing, and all we had was link. We don't really need the links that much because we can share directly. We can show directly, not only images, but also videos. And it's a very great tool. So let's take advantage of it. Let's use it to our benefit. Some of you been learning the Medunetchat. Some of you been learning a language. Yesterday we talked a lot about Karanga because the Kwanzaa fraud is coming. We're getting towards the end of the year. So come the Christmas period, people will celebrate that fraud. Now, if some of you are cool with black women being tortured, just feel free to tell me if it's your sister or mother or auntie or cousin or niece or daughter that is tortured, will you be okay with that? Just wondering, just asking. Just wondering, just asking. Don't be shy, brothers and sisters. Don't be shy. Come and holler. Or give me something to flow about. What time is it in New York now? Okay, it's 2 a.m. I understand. In LA, it's going to be midnight. 1 a.m. in Chicago. All right. It's going to be for the late birds or early birds or people working night shifts. I'll be catching people from many different time zones. Macman is asking, what is our true spiritual way? It's difficult to say if there is one only, because in different parts of the world or different parts of the continent, People have their traditions and customs. So one will not be incorrect saying that we don't have just one culture, because on the continent of Africa, different tribes or different nations, and I mean nation as in countries, have different cultures. Now, there's a fair bit of things that are similar when it comes to these different cultures. But the question is about spiritual way. Well, one thing for sure, the traditional African spiritual ways or traditions, they have a lot of similarity, a lot. And it's usually not popular because the spiritual ways that are not imported, that are indigenous, they do not fit with the Abrahamic belief system, and the later have it on lock. Nevertheless, a lot of people on the continent and elsewhere, in the Caribbeans, for example, they engage in syncretism. In countries like Benin, you might pronounce it Benin in English, the Republic of Benin, some people are openly telling you that they deal with both Catholicism or Christianity and voodoo, for example. Now, in places like, because in Benin it is a state religion. Now, I think I've heard many people say many times that Duvalier, Papa Doc, made voodoo a state religion in Haiti. But in Haiti, most people would tell you that they are Catholic, Christians, Protestant, evangelists, and some of them on the low will deal with voodoo. Macmon is asking, in modern day Africa, is there not a universal God? No. What I mean by no is that in Africa they don't have the same deity. They don't have the same deity. They don't have the same religions. So maybe I misunderstood your question. Is it not possible for you to call in, Brother MacMoney? Brothers and sisters are shy. I don't know why. I don't bite. Oh man, he's in the hospital. His step pops. I hope he's going to be okay. Well, feel free with the comments, and if anybody else wants to call in, feel free as well. You know, I prefer the calls. It's free of charge, brothers and sisters. You can do it with your smartphone, with your PC, tablet, any way you please, any way that suits you. I remember seeing a video. I don't recall which country in Africa it was. They beat up, I think it was like 3 people, 1 woman and 2 guys, but it was definitely a woman. She was old, or she was advanced, if you prefer. And the video was presented as traditional practitioners being lynched by Abrahamic believers. Now, I think they were Christians. So I don't know if it was a village or a city, But it was somewhere in Africa. They beat them up and then they burned them. And I was like, man, I'm telling you, man. Some stuff you see sometimes. Have you ever seen some crazy videos like that where people were just killed for nothing? So much improvements, so many improvements necessary. The mindset of some people, I'm telling you, man. And this hate towards traditional African ways, I came across it so many times. I mean, there's some examples that I mentioned. I don't want to mention it too much because sometimes I really don't like messed up things going on that are being perpetuated. Kind of triggers me, so I address it and I mention it on a regular basis. I've been thinking lately, well, maybe some people might see me as a negative individual because I point at bad stuff. And I hope I don't come out as only pointing at bad stuff. I hope that people will take the time to go through my videos, particularly the ones in the description box, so they can see Kemet in my art. And it amazes me how people will get mad at you because you point out or you disagree with some foolishness, with some crimes committed by black people. Label it hating. Some will label it snitching, as if snitching is no longer um, telling to the authorities. And you're talking about stuff that are a matter of public record. You know, brothers and sisters, I'm talking to the young one. We don't know it all because we're older than you, but we have some experience. Just like the brother yesterday, he said, "Look at my hair." So it's been there for a minute. Do not let them make you feel guilty. Do not let them make you think that you have to defend every black people. You don't have to. If you see black people doing wrong, you don't have to defend them. You don't have to support them. You don't have to follow them. If something doesn't feel right to you, go your way, do your thing. Because a lot of those people, I usually say Pan Africans because I think it embodies a majority of the individuals that are labeled in various terms, conscious community and so on. They will take advantage of the young souls, of the people full of goodwill, full of energy, full of uh, uh, willingness to make a change. And they have connections, they have contacts, they are Machiavellic, they are used to mischief, they are used to lying, they don't have any sincerity, they are snakes. Now, I came across a fair bit of people, and they'll talk smack about other individuals in the movement, but when you see them crossing paths with the same people that are criticizing, talking real smart, they act like they are the best of friends, and that's one red flag. Sometimes in life we have signs, but we tend to minimize the signs. So if you see a sign like that, do not minimize it. I can understand you want to be polite, you want to greet someone, even if you're not cool with that person. So if you see that they are greeting, okay, it is what it is. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Okay, bam. I bounce. But that same hypocrisy that's usually ascribed to non-black people, you know, spy in your face, talk behind your back, backstabbing, that same hypocrisy, you can witness it, and it's a red flag. A lot of those people in the movement, they just want to get over people. They want to gain benefits, advantage, and most of the time money, and they are not sincere. You see, whenever you see people not being sincere, that's a red flag. I mean, I know some people, they lie to their teeth. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But they are somehow respected because allegedly they put in work in the struggle. You have some people who've been scamming, but because they talk about the black cause, the black struggle, and black history, they get a pass. It's weird. They did people wrong, and you have some individuals, as long as they are not, they haven't been scammed, they will still defend those people, knowing that they scam other people. And the irony is that some of them ultimately got scammed, um, and now they speak out. Or now it's outrageous. Now it's unacceptable. But it was cool when it wasn't done to them. Some of you have never joined any organization or never worked with any organization. And when you see them from the outside, it might look good to you. Check this out. You have a lot of people who like to defend some organizations, and they go hard, but they don't join that organization. If it's so well, why didn't they join it? Sometimes they have childhood friends, or friends that are not childhood friends but very good friends, or sometimes they have family members who belong to these organizations, or sometimes they have in-laws that belong to these organizations. So they promote those organizations, but you notice they never join, and it might just be because of the relationship that they have with those people, knowing that they are scamming, or it might just be because they are in collaboration with them, and ultimately they make money. Beware, young brothers and sisters. Check if they are sincere. It's very important, because we have some people who are proud of cheating. They are very proud. They feel like it's an accomplishment. They are proud of tricking people. You understand what I'm saying? They don't know about honor. They don't know about dignity. They don't even give a damn about that thing. Their goal is to get the paper, and as long as they got the paper, for them it's an accomplishment. You have a lot of wolves in those so-called movements, and besides, many of those movements have been there for like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and they don't have much going on for themselves. You have to wonder why. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience. I did not go looking for people. People gravitated towards me, came and hollered at me because of my work. Little did I know that they came in to sabotage because they were down with some scammers and they were even down with some rapists and pedophiles. Some people would prefer defending rapists and pedophiles than defending you, as long as those rapists and pedophiles promote their cause. Their cause is just a way for them to get paid. People want to get paid, there's nothing wrong with that. But the way you get paid shouldn't be scamming and tricking people. And this happens very often. So beware, because many are being scammed, and when they speak out about it, they get a whole bunch of people who are part of the same crew, who are co-conspirators, and it looks as and they want to make it seem as if you're lying on them because they are more numerous than you. You understand what I'm saying? But thanks to social media, thanks to the internet, thanks to the many different ways of communications that people have, I doubt that the scamming will go as long as it used to before. See? Now I've been flowing, so now I'm gonna wait for somebody to call in and say what's up in the chat, and then I will call it a day. There's no participation, but I will be live streaming later on. I'm about to start work. And brothers and sisters, we might need some new breed. Need some interaction in this piece. Sometimes I wonder where all those people who are down for the culture and all that, where are they? I cut you some slack. It's about 2 a.m. in New York. But I love to get people from other places. I love to get some people from overseas. I mean, back then I had some people from many different countries, you know. But lately I only have people from America. Sometimes France and Belgium, but mainly America. And before I had people from different parts of Africa, from the Caribbeans. It's about to be 3 in New York now. McMoney said you should get on Clubhouse. Let me look at Clubhouse. What is? I heard about that. Oh, it's an audio app. No, I no, no. I won't do the audio. I did the Blog Talk Radio. I had the radio broadcast, and now the live stream is the same, and it's even better than the radio. And besides, I'm not too much of a fan of the audio stuff, because I'm telling you, when there's enough people, I will just require people to no longer be anonymous, because we have to upgrade. We have to upgrade, and a lot of people just come in and they're almost trolling, and it's comfortable to be trolling or to be sleek in the chat room, or with the voice only, because nothing is attached to them, and they can live their life happily ever after having talked after talking a lot of smack, a lot of nonsense. And I really don't like the nonsense and all that, you know what I'm saying? So, but thanks for the suggestion. However, I thought it was like similar to the different live stream stuff, because I can actually live stream on several different destination, and I used to put Facebook at the same time, but Facebook is fading, and I haven't really used Facebook that much, so it's kind of pointless. It will probably just diminish the quality of the internet connection uh, to no avail, or in vain, let's say. Like Money wrote, I understand. Yes, indeed. Thanks for the suggestion. Feel free to make suggestions, brothers and sisters. Feel free. I went and tried Twitch. Is it Twitch? But it's really gaming stuff. And besides, I did not really understand much, because I did some tests and I wouldn't even see the videos on my profile. So I'm like, if people cannot see the videos and scroll to my profile, what's the point? So we have this. It works well. And TikTok, is kicking. So I went there. You put up short videos, and whatever is popular with the youth is good to give it a try. Instagram is best for pictures, really. So I have a lot of pictures, a lot of artifacts actually. But besides that, this is what I prefer: the live streaming, talking to people directly, being able to share. You see, sometimes people come on and asking me about different stuff, and I can just show them. And you know how meticulous I am with showing the artifacts and the references. You see, so you get the name, dates, and places. It's very important, because most of the time you don't have that. I mean, how many times I see people presenting documents, presenting artifacts and stuff like that, showing pictures, sometimes video footage, but a lot of time they show pictures and they don't tell you the reference. They don't show the reference. So, young brothers and sisters, whenever you want to make some PowerPoint presentation, you should take that habit of writing the reference, where it comes from. And if it's from a museum, then most of the time there is a reference number. Now, some will present documents on screen and they will tell you, okay, it's that document and it comes from there. But sometimes you might not be able to find the name, because it might be in a foreign language. So it's always best when it's written. And after that, the people can just double check and they'll be happy, like, well, he was correct about that. But for some people, it's convenient. It's convenient to just show different images and not give out their sources, because it allows them to just talk smack and say whatever they want. Because we have a lot of people who are considered teachers, and they're just talking smack. Now, Mark Money wrote, hell yeah, hell yeah. I show Hebrew brothers your video showing that those people in Sumer were white law. Well, thank you for that. It's very important. And this is one of the most important issue: the ethnicity of the Sumerians, of the Hebrews, and the Arabs. And I don't get the support I need. And I hope that I will get it, so I can go to more museums and show the different artifacts, because it will be a double benefit. It will allow me to show the artifacts from Kemet, and it will also allow me to show the artifacts from all these areas. And actually, I did I think I changed it. Do I still have it on my website? I mean, some stuff that takes so much time. Well, yes, I did. See on my website, and I will show you now anyway. Well, I didn't even know I had that much, but I stopped because it's very time confusing. Time, I'm sorry, time consuming, time confusing. What am I saying? Now, let me share the screen. So before that link there, Semites, they were not black. It will lead to, or it will link to black Semites. I'm sorry, white Semites, Black Awakening. I think I'm going to remove the background. Yes. It will lead to white Semites, Black Awakening. That is still in the description box on my videos, okay? But then I thought, okay, white Semites, Black Awakening, that's like 40 minutes. Some people don't really like to see the references and then you're scrolling through the books and stuff like that. And besides, there's many other artifacts that I have on video format. So I figured I'm going to scroll through my videos and add them, and it will be a great source. But it takes time. But anyway, when you click there, it leads you to that page, and we can have a look, and we can look at the dates. Now here, that's 4000 BC. So you might say, well, okay, that's very old. They didn't have any way to be refined with the phenotypes. So look at this one here. It's shown well. Now this one, you have the reference at the bottom, by the way. You know, the book is in French, but I translated the title. Okay. De Sumer à Babylone, collection du Louvre, which means from Sumer to Babylonia, collection of the Louvre. And by the way, the Louvre is a French, is the museum in Paris, one of the most famous museums in the world. Figure 24, basalt statue of the chief of the Granites of Uruk, coming from Tel al-Ubaid, around 2700 BC. It's located in the British Museum. Look at this. It means to tell me that this nose and these lips is a black phenotype, and I can see them coming and say, "Oh, we have all type of phenotypes, brother." They love to say that. Look at this, and this is what I need to show as well. I was talking with a sister, and many times I mentioned that it says the king. Now this is taken from the video Black Semites Shocking Revelation. You see. Now this website here, there's the full link. You see, showing references. This is bbc.co.uk. And they say that this large individual, the largest figure on the panel, is the king. This is a Sumerian king. Does it look like a black king? Does it look like a brother? And the standard of Ur, right? 2500 BC from the British Museum, reference ME 121201. That's the reference, and it's from Ur, southern Iraq, room 56, Mesopotamia. Those are who? The so-called black-headed Sumerians. You see? Now here, you see the website? pen.museum, sites, Iraq, and so on. And there also I have a link that I cannot read here. But here we are told the ancient Sumerians, the black-headed ones, because you probably heard that before. If you haven't, then you will. They love to say, well, the Sumerians were described as black-headed ones. Look at your black-headed ones. Don't be fooled just by a description, particularly when we can look at artifacts. There's so many artifacts of these people, so many. And here, I'm not even going to dwell on that, but it looks like there's some very funny activity there. You know, bestiality. Anyway, now here, some people will say, oh, look, this is black. The material is black. Look at the hair. Look at the flowing hair. That's between around 2600 to 2500. Look at this. I told you about this blue-eyed dude, A.B. Eel. This is from the Louvre Museum as well. He's a high dignitary of the city of Mari. And I even have the link for the video. Now, Mari, that's Syria. You see, Mari is today Tel Hariri, Syria. The reference is AO 17551. Look at the eyebrows. When you look at people from these areas, if you look at people from Afghanistan, you know, and all these areas, a lot of time they have very long eyebrows. You can see the beard. I mean, come on now. Now look at this. This is from Israel, if I'm not mistaken. Jericho. Look at the nose. But you might say, okay, well, this is like a stilized form. It's like an artistic portrayal. Okay, this from Beni Hassan. This is the reproduction indeed. Now the book is the Oxford Encyclopedia of Archaeology in the Near East, Volume 1, page 411, and they are labeled as Canaanites. Look at your Canaan contrast to the Egyptian here. Look at their color. Look at their hairstyle. Come on now. And this is from Leiden Museum. Okay. Now this picture is from the book called the Oxford Encyclopedia of Archaeology in the Near East, Volume 1, page 410, and they are labeled as Canaanites as well. You see, now that's the Egyptian. You can look at the hairstyle and compare with the hairstyle of the Canaanites, and usually they have this like band in their hair. And look at the beard, the long beard. They've been down with that forever. So this picture is from the book, and underneath there's a picture that I took myself because I went there. I went to that museum, and not to brag or anything, but the quality of the picture that I've taken is better than the quality of the book from which I've snapped the picture. So look at the Egyptian here. He's actually the translator. This is probably the oldest representation of a translator, and you don't have the full artifact there, but the way he is there, he's facing the opposite way like that. So it shows that he is translating, you see? Now look at this one here. Archaeological Dictionary of the Bible, translated from the French Dictionnaire archéologique. You see? And the description of the fort on the fortress says the country of Kadesh. I might have made a mistake there with one word. The country of Amuru. Maybe it's at, but it says et. I will correct that. Now, Amu was one term to describe the Asiatics. Now, I see there's a few comments. I'm going to read them. Now, this is Jehu, the king of Israel. You see? Same book, Dictionnaire archéologique de la Bible, Archaeological Dictionary of the Bible. Jehu, king of Israel. Look at the phenotype. Now, this one has to be the king. By the way he's dressed, he has some hair dress. Look at the beard, look at the phenotype, and you see those two guys behind? They look just like the ones in Iran that I showed from the Louvre Museum. And look at this, look at the hair. You can clearly see this is straight hair. But then again, some people are going to tell us, oh, we have all types of phenotypes. And there's so many, but I cannot do everything by myself. I need support to document that, but I'm planning on doing it for real. Now, Mac Money wrote, we are so much older than what we think. That's their history, not ours. That's what they do, indeed. Indeed. And this is one of the most important issues. And I agree with you, brother. Mac Money wrote, they are not black. I agree with you. I agree with you. So I got a lot of support. A lot of people donated. Now the second museum trip Indeed, I did not inform the people before. I did not tell the people beforehand that I was about to go. But I shouldn't be in a position of having to tell people, okay, I'm going to go on a museum trip. I'm going to go to such museum. I mean, people should try to contribute on a regular basis, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I cannot ruin myself traveling overseas to museums. And even when I upload the video, there's not that many views. So I have 2 children. You know, I have to be responsible. But I can't wait. I can't wait to go to these different places, you know, because at some point they will have no other option but to deal with the facts. Because they might act like, okay, you don't have that many, even though it's already a lot. And mind you, like I said on this article, you have a few, have plenty of videos showing all these different people. McMoney wrote, it's hard to get our brothers to stop claiming those origins. It is the religions that have the minds of the people. Indeed, exactly. So religion is because they believe in those religions that they want to place themselves in this Abrahamic mix. They want to place themselves as original inhabitants of those areas. So this is what we do now. This is called cultural appropriation. When some white girl wears some breads, a lot of black people are not happy. Oh, this is cultural appropriation. And here we have some black people talking about we the true Hebrews, we the true Jews, we the true Arabs. The Arabs were black, Muhammad was black, Moses was black, the Hebrews were black, the Canaanites were black. Oh my goodness, everybody was black. Come on now, we can do better than this. I mean, we have depictions of those people. We do have depictions of those people. Very inconvenient to their claims, but it's the truth, it's the fact. I don't go around museums to show artifacts just to have people mad. I'm documenting history. And what's fun is that sometimes, luckily, it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes some people say, well, those are fakes. So sometimes I have that in comments. An anonymous, unidentified person for which we don't know the track record, for which we don't know the credentials, the qualifications, but he's going to say, it's a fake. All right, then. All right, then. Some people say truth hurts, but truth will set you free. I don't know when, but I just can't wait. And maybe this article there, who knows, maybe I will not just add pictures in it. Maybe eventually when I get the proper support, I will be able to go to museums. I will just stick with the videos, you know, because people will look at videos more than they will look at articles. And they won't have much to say. And it's going to help to wake up our people. How? Well, they're going to look at the artifacts from all these areas, Canaan, Arabia, Syria. I mean, I'm hearing about black Syrians. I'm like, dang, I hear it. I hear it all. I hear it all. We have depictions of Syrians and even Libyans. Now, the Libyans, indeed, they have a little tan. You know what I'm saying? But in contrast to the Egyptians, we can see it's not the same thing. It's not the same deal. So when our people look at the artifacts, they will realize, okay, well, those aren't the black. Those aren't the black people. So what I was told was inaccurate. And let me deal with the black people that are documented and see what they were all about. It's going to be very, very helpful. Not long ago, there's a guy who wrote a book called "The Bible is Black History." So he wrote a book that I haven't read yet, but and I don't know if I read it, but like other people have done, he's going to try to explain why the characters and the patriarchs in the Bible are black. Why they are black? That's what he's going to attempt to do in his book. So, when it comes to records or artifacts, usually there's nothing that they can show because we don't have any records or artifacts showing black people. So they will do some wordplay and linguistic acrobatics and linguistic gymnastics. But some people said demonstration beats conversation. So when you show the artifacts, hey, you can do all the wordplay you want, all the explanation, and all the interpretation you want. The artifacts will beat your claim. You understand what I'm saying? So, oh man. And I don't want to sound like a begging sisters. Like I said, I work full time, but you can just scroll through my videos. And for the record, let me share the screen. I want to see if it appears. So this is live stream. If I go there, if I go to about, oh, it doesn't say. Why it doesn't say here? Okay, 3 million views combined since November 2016. So in 5 years, because I had plenty of other accounts, 3 million views. But what I wanted to show you was the amount of videos, and I will tell you how many videos. I'll tell you. Should say somewhere on my account. If I go to my settings, that's what I'm looking. I'm looking for right now. Okay. Gotta look online, YouTube, see how many videos. Search for the channel name. Okay, so I will search for the channel name, and hopefully it will appear. So forever. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now I know. So let me share it. So all you have to do is type my ad forever, and that's what you have here. Now this is small. I will make it large. Now you can see, brothers and sisters, 1,600 videos. 1,600 videos. Many of them are very short, but they are from museums. So many artifacts. Just to say that I've been delivering. I've been delivering. I have been delivering. Now, MacMoney wrote, it's fair to say we laid the foundations of all nations of people, but we allowed those nations of people to develop, rule thousands of years. I need your support, brothers and sisters. We can wake our people. I mean, I've got 19,000 subscribers. If I'm supported, it will grow. And we can teach our people and progress. But anyway, thank you for being there. I'm going to start work now, but I will live stream after. Okay. So for those who will wake up then feel free. And invite the people you know. Invite the people you think might be interested. Okay. So thank you very much, MacMoney, for stopping by. And I'll see you soon, brother, hopefully. Take care for now, brothers and sisters. Hotep.